Evening, everyone. Welcome to TMA, the fans' verdicts. You, the fellow fans, get your opinions through from the game that's just gone, and that's the 2-1 win at home to Middlesbrough. Just big shout out, as always, to the official, to the Watford Football Club, Former Players Club, funded by Pricey, and Watford's favourite son, Luther Blissett. Head on over to facebook.com/tailor-made for community. And like I say, big shout out to my esteemed colleagues, Sir Dunk and Major Tom. So
Wagwan.
Wagwan. Yeah, dib dob all that, love, mate.
How?
Yeah, how did we win that, mate? But I'll give you that. I'll give you that opinion in a minute, mate.
Well, basically, how we won it is that we scored more goals than them.
It does help, mate. I've heard a rumor somewhere on Twitter or something, or X they call it, that works. But right, boys and girls, let's get all your opinions through. Just before we start off, evening, geezers, Halsey. Nice to see you half time, Major Tom. Mr. Cusack. Sir Lee of Cusackshire said he saw you at half time, mate.
Yeah, he did.
I did, sadly, as well, so I'd like to apologise.
I told him that he probably thinks that the first half was Hamza Chowdhury's fault, or Jake Livermore's, but... You know.
Cusack Livermore is God. End of discussion.
Livermore.
Livermore, and Chowdhury is an amazing player as well, Cusack. Right, okay. Yeah, exactly, mate. Right, Dunk. Yeah, like Tom said, how... we won at the end of the day, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing, but how did we win that, really?
I think what we saw was where we tried doing something different against Preston. Against Preston, we tried to be on the front foot from the off, and we didn't really get going that game. Today, we sat a lot deeper. We played more counter-attack than trying to dominate the ball. And I think that's partly how to counter Middlesbrough, and partly just because Middlesbrough are that much better on the ball for most of the game, up until the substitutes we put in. I thought that Bond had a good game. His parrying is a lot less dangerous than I was expecting when we first signed him, because I saw quite a lot of highlights, watched his career quite closely in LA Galaxy, and one of the biggest things I pointed out was his parrying was quite dangerous. And today we did see that with a double save, which was after they scored their first goal, where he didn't really get much. We go to here. You may see this. Is that coming through?
Yeah, mate. All good, mate. It's on.
So what you can see here, against Sunderland last week, when he pushes it, he managed to get quite a lot of distance in the parries last week. Whereas this week, you see he pushed it right back into danger, which is one of the things I was quite concerned with him. But he recovered well. Fantastic double save, using his trailing hand to actually get the block in. And he had a very solid game otherwise. His kicking is a little bit hit and miss, but then Batman's isn't exactly terrific either, so I'm probably being a little bit nitpicky, but otherwise, I thought we had a good game. I think we show a lot of spirit in the team. Even when our back's against the wall, we are generally looking to try and fight for each other to get out of it, and today was a good example of it.
Oh, Lee, come on, man.
He's back, isn't he?
Oh, Jesus.
Go on, Tom.
Christ, man. Sorry to interrupt, but...
What's going on,
mate?
Go
failed
on.
miserably, but our counter-attack led to the equaliser, man, Lee. Come on.
It's how we got both goals.
Yeah, the counter attack.
I would say in his defence, our counter attacks were poor in the first half.
First half. If that's the Premier League, sorry to interrupt you, mate. If that's the Premier League, we're 4-0 down at half time. But
completely agree.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, Tom, honestly, I mean, people criticise, including me, the last two games with the substitutions cleverly did, but he got them spot on today, especially the bar one. I mean, that won us the game, so cleverly 110% gets credit for that.
Well, me and Lee were saying we don't know how we didn't start in the first place, but it worked.
Yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, it worked, didn't it?
Look, you were saying just before come on, how did we win that game? I'm going to counter that with another question, which who gives a shit? We won.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I'll go to you first, Tom, and then go back to Dunk. Evening, Michael. He said, can we stay in the top 6?
It's early days yet. Sorry.
Yeah, it's too early to call it. I think.
Or either one of you.
Go on, Doug.
I think we're too inconsistent still to be in the top 6. We're probably between 10 to 6, I think, in the table somewhere. We're not far off, but we don't have the consistency yet. And yeah, Ian Hull said it buy off the line later on. Absolutely. I think Jebison, I can see what he brings from the game today. He's very good when the team's breaking at pace. He's got quite a good positional awareness, where to be when we're breaking. But where he fails so often is that he's got no physicality to him. He can't take on a centre back. He can't disrupt them. He just goes missing. Whenever the ball was being knocked forward by Bond, every time the centre back won it with barely any effort. Whereas Bio is very good at trying to disrupt the centre backs and actually bring the ball. So I think Jebison, if you put him, my take is put Jebison in a strike pairing in a sort of Dini Vidra type setup, and I think Jebison would actually do quite well because he's got pace, he can get behind, but he hasn't got the physicality. Whereas Bio is almost the opposite in many respects. He's got the physicality, he's got the hold up, but he's not the quickest, and obviously we know about his finishing.
So can I ask you a question there?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you think we should try that in our next game against that lot? Because they're going to be very physical.
I'd be inclined to say no. We'll probably want to get as many midfielders as we can to actually help keep the ball as much as we can. Having 2 10s and 2 8s, I think, gives us a little bit more possession, or at least in theory, gives us more possession. Who do you look to offload is a good question.
Yeah.
Who do you offload?
Keep everyone for now, I think. We've got a thin squad as it is.
I think the real test will be around January, see where we are, and we'll get a bit more of a better assessment then, because certain players might come good between now and then. So the players that are not so, like Jebison, Jebison's not kicked on just yet, but a run of games, and you could see January, it could be a totally different player. So I think January will be it's a good question. It's just I think January will be the main one. Right, Stuart, evening mate. He says, evening lads. Halsey, it was good to see Bio head off the line late on. Dave, evening Dave, Big Dave. He says, we will definitely smash Luton next week or the week after. They are awful. Lost again today. Wonder if Edwards should be sacked before the game. The thing is though, Dave, I hope we can, but form goes out the window in derbies because we got spanked at Millwall.
I was going to say that.
Absolutely raped them at our place. Sorry, I had to say that word, but I had to graped them, shall we say, at our place. Was a shit show. This is from Stuart. Can't pass, no movement. Got lucky today. And Stuart said our retention of the ball was desperate. But the thing is, right, the first half, I'll go for a quick summary of this. The first half, I thought mainly it's definitely central midfield was absolutely running the show. Our players looked absolutely knackered in midfield. I think they tried to overrun our midfield, and it worked to a certain degree. We got the luck that we needed. Second half, the substitutions were spot on. I think Ince still was decent. I thought that Ince had a decent game. My man of the match, and I'll get this to you boys as well, my man of the match was Pollock. Sema, after the first 15 minutes, had a really good game. I think the first 15 minutes, because I don't think he banked on how quick and how tricky that right winger was. Once he got to grips with him, I thought he'd done really, really well. But Pollock's been immense. I mean, I made an error on yesterday, and Danny put me right where I said no one covered themselves in any glory, but he was absolutely right. Pollock was still played well against Preston, and Pollock was absolutely immense today. He was. I mean, they all put in a shift, but I thought Pollock was the standout player today for me personally. But go on, Major Tom. Who was your man of the match?
Well, I didn't even think of Pollock, but I think that's a good shout because I thought he was solid as anything. They couldn't get through on that side. I think Dave, possibly, because he was the only one, especially in the first half where he was trying to make something happen. The problem with the first half is that no one was moving for the ball. No one moved for it. They wanted to play. They were standing like statues and they wanted to go to him. And then when we were trying to get aerial challenges in, like I said to Lee at half time, our most physical striker who would win an aerial challenge, we sent out on loan. Which is what I think we could do with him at the shithole in 2 weeks. Man of the match. Ooh, tricky, actually. It is quite tricky.
Yeah.
I don't think I can give it to Bar because he wasn't on long enough. I think for me, you've got to be on for a certain amount of time. But he was immense when he came on. I think that goes without saying. He has to start. He has to start that next game. I thought Kembe did well when he came on. Took his goal really well.
Yeah.
Although I think the goalkeeper should have saved it. So it went round underneath his arms.
He was very unsighted, about 5-6 bodies in front of him.
Yeah, bit of fortune that we needed.
But the fact that he went under his arms, that's where I think, and it wasn't like in the corner. That's why I think he should have saved it. But I don't give a shit. We scored it. He'd have to take it quickly because he was being closed down. He done it really well.
Yeah, it's one of those, wasn't it?
It's played well. Dave, yeah. Difficult one, really.
Yeah.
Difficult because I don't think they really tested us.
If you had to say, right, okay, it's a really hard question, but who is your man of the match? Who did you say again? Who was because you've put up some very good shouts actually, because Incy had a very good game as well. But who's right? This is the man of the match for you.
Ooh.
Go on, mate. Those splinters are hurting, mate, after that fence you're sitting on, mate. So you're like a splinter on the arse, mate.
Give me a choice between two.
Okay. Dave or Pollock?
Wish I hadn't asked you that. They were both immense.
Oh, he's bloody Andy Townsend.
I'm gonna go for Pollock, I think.
Hey, good man. Yeah,
think...
Dave's put Ince, by the way. It's a hell of a shout. There's a good shout though.
Oh yeah,
Ince was played well. Dunk, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I can't agree with Ince. I think he had a good game overall, but he also was culpable for the goal as well, where in the corner he had a couple of options. The safe one just booted clear. Instead, he tried a faultless back heel, which put WFC under pressure, gave away the foul that led to the goal. I think Ince had a good game defensively. He worked hard. I think he showed quality going forward. But for me, that took away the chance of being man of the match there. I'm torn between either Bond, Pollock, or a bit of a left-wing shout, pardon the pun, Semmer, who struggled to begin with against Doak, is how you pronounce it, the number 50, who was really electric.
Borat.
Semmer got pretty well. After
he was a bit in my assholes.
You're a what?
He had a bit in my assholes.
How many arseholes you got? You got to pay them.
I didn't mean to add the z bit.
Yes.
He is a bit in my asshole.
Thing is, there is a couple of players there that certainly pushing for starts. Incy being one of them, Bar being another. And then,
Bar has got 90 minutes in.
Exactly. We've still got Vata, players like him on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I think
his time will come. I think there's obviously clever. Go on, mate. Sorry, Dunk. I'm interrupting again. Go on.
That's right. Vata's just being bedding slowly. It's not the case he's not rated. I think it's just a case of, Clevy said before, he's working on Vata on out of possession still. So I think that's the biggest thing with Vata. He's working on still the out of possession stuff rather than being in possession, which is where we saw today with Ince. Even though Ince isn't as exciting on the ball as Vata is, we saw multiple times him running back, making tackles. I remember one quite early in the first half he made. When he was running back, managed to get a slide tackle on the ball. We got it clear. I think that's what is keeping Vata up the team more. But he'll get there. The quality and attitude is not in question.
Yeah, mate. Right, okay. Stuart saying 77 minutes in, we had no idea. Stuart's also said man of the match Bond, time management today. Yeah, no,
actually,
good point.
That's a good shout
there.
It is a good shout.
Yeah, that is a very, very good shout. Well done, Stuart. Yeah, certainly time management was excellent today. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Halsey said Pollock has been one of the players of the season so far. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, once again, Dave, man of the match. Ince. Stuart, both were bang average. Were we all watching the same game? Yeah, just different opinions, mate. Bond kept us in the game. Halsey, it's nice to be in the top 6 heading into the international break. Look at our close rivals nowhere near us. Yeah, mind the gap, you scummy people. Being gentle, that one.
They'll be well up for it, though.
Oh yeah, too right. So we should, but I mean, we need to bring get Tom to bring someone in, a couple of ex-pros to literally give them a lecture on what it means to the fans. I.e. players like Luther and people like that. Because like Trusticon did before that 4-0, he's a Watford fan, and they held a meeting and he was going on about how much this means to the fans and how much this means to the club.
Yeah.
Something like that. Cusack saying I miss Batman's 2 major mistakes per game. I know it's memories. The memories, Cusack. Stuart Higgins saying Ince had 77 minutes. Bond played 90. Excellent, mate. I'm glad you cleared that one up. But yeah, it'll be a shout. There's 3 or 4 you could shout out for man of the match, and Stuart's not exactly wrong. I mean, Bond's certainly his best game for us so far.
He is starting to grow.
Yeah, he's starting to get more confident. Thing is, here's a question for you, boys, and I'll throw it out to everyone out there as well. Would you keep him for the Luton game, or if Backman's, because there is a question out there, would you bring in Backman for the Luton game, or would you keep Bond for it? Sorry to swear there, by the way.
I would keep Bond in. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's playing all right. He's playing all right.
Yeah, it's a hard one to judge, isn't it? Because on form, Bond has done nothing wrong. It'll be extremely hard to drop him based on the fact that since he's come in, he hasn't really made any clangers. He's not made any mistakes or any goals that would really be culpable to him. But I think everything being equal, if both are in form, everything being equal, I think Backman does shade it. But I think it's marginal enough that if there's any question mark over Backman's form or fitness, I'd start Bond. If Backman is fit and firing and on form, I think I'd put Backman back. But it's a really tough call.
Yeah.
But also, I was just going to say that Bond came through our academy. He knows what this game means to us. I know he never got to play it.
No, but you made a good point there.
So he will know what it means. Kleb's played in the derby himself, albeit without fans. But he will know what it means.
He didn't play in the 4-0, did he? He was injured.
No, he was injured in that one. But he played during lockdown. I know we had no fans, but still he's had a taste of it.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
But Backman's played in it, of course. So there's another one there. You can't put him and Bond in goal. I'll probably put Backman up front ahead of Bayo, to be honest.
That's one way to take it.
That's how shit Bayo is. But no.
Is it Pidge? This is from Holes. He says, Pidge, give Tom a shout and volunteer to tell the team what the local derby is about from a fan's perspective. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm up for it.
Well, you can tell all them first, mate. I don't know about what you want to do after, but
I could drill it into him what it means, what this game means for us.
No, too right, mate. That's what I said. I said I'm more than happy before the 4-0.
It's all about mentality.
Yeah. First 20 minutes is crucial because they're going to be at us. They're at home. They're up for it. The first 20 minutes.
It's a hostile atmosphere.
Yeah, if we can hold it for the first 20, 25 minutes, then we can impose ourselves on the game because we're usually slow starters. Get an early goal. Yeah. I know, but yeah, I can see what you mean, Stuart. We're looking at form at the moment, and like Cusack saying, Bond. He says, well, let's go through these anyway. So obviously, Mike put out the question, but Stuart saying Backman, Cusack, Bond has to retain his spot in the team. That's from Cusack. Then Bond is not in Backman's league, really, guys. But look,
it's called opinions.
And it's called he's won. Oh, and also people shouted out him for man of the match, and he didn't have a bad game today. So when you're looking from his perspective, he can't do anything else.
You
To
can't
be
really
honest,
slate. You can't really slate other people for having an opinion, different opinion.
No. I mean, but that's the beauty of
Otherwise,
it.
don't comment.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
comment.
but that's the beauty of Stuart's comment, because this is why we throw the question out, because it will divide opinions. Hence, I think Bonds should keep his spot for that. But like Dunk said,
I would
on
understand if
form,
Batman's back in.
yeah, but on form, Batman would get back in, and obviously Tom rates him highly as one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and he's publicly said that as well. So we'll wait and see, mate. But it's a good option to have. It's not like Batman had an absolute stinker today, and we go, right, we've got to get Batman back. We've got to get Batman back. So it's nice that we're all debating and arguing the fact that which one's going to start, because it means there's a good selection headache.
Get someone like Pricey on to tell us how much this game means.
Pricey, 100%, 10%, yeah.
How many
Luther,
did he play
Pricey, Callie, Jono, Richard Johnson,
John
Barnsley, yeah. You got, like I say, Jono, Paul Robinson,
Coton,
yeah, TC today. Yeah, Coton will definitely. I mean, when Coton was it? Oh yeah, look, shame Coton isn't 30 odd years. Oh God, don't remind me, mate. What a player TC was.
But
But
I
he
wasn't
was,
in them days, but
no, I was still quite young as well. I don't remember much those days. I remember the latter bit just before he left. So I do remember TC actually playing for Watford. But look, you know, he shared this story about when, was it Mick Hartford, because he's best mates with Mickey Hartford, didn't he? When he said Hartford was going to score a hat-trick and smash him, didn't he? In the game, the local derby. But I think he scored a goal and he still smashed him. He was winding him up prior to the game, because obviously they're best mates. And yeah, he always used to wind him up about that. But yeah, I still think he's our best ever keeper. But you know, there is like Silky Williams, Mike Walker, Pat Jennings, Kevin Miller, Chamberlain. But I still think TC's our best keeper. Gomez,
Costa.
Yeah. No, I
Who
still
else?
think.
Almunia.
Yeah, all three.
Just for that save.
Those last three, yeah. But I still think TC's better. But it's
Obviously
going to split.
depends.
It will split opinion though.
It does depend on your generation.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to raise, because obviously Coton was before my time. The highest quality goalkeeper I've seen is Gomez.
Yeah.
Even when we had Foster back in, was it 2005 to 7?
Plumley. Brilliant.
No,
You
even
were
when we had
Plumley.
Foster back in 5 to 7,
No.
I still think there's such a clear gap in the. Even something like, it sounds really vague, but the aura. I think Gomez had such an aura about him when he was going for anything in the air, and that he felt confident when somebody was going on one-on-one with him. And I don't think I think even Foster, for my generation, doesn't actually match that.
David James, another one.
I might have been around my time, because the first goalkeeper I can remember watching is Chamberlain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chamber, yeah. Straight after Miller, wasn't it? He took over from Miller.
Did we not sign Chamberlain from that lot?
No,
He did.
Sunderland.
He played for that lot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did
played-
play for that. But we signed him from Sunderland.
It was Matty Spring. We didn't sign him from. We signed him from Leeds. He played for that lot.
No, I thought Springy came from Luton.
No, he came from Leeds.
Oh, he
He
came
did
from
come
Leeds,
from
right?
Leeds.
But he played for Luton, right? Got you.
Did he? Have we ever signed any player direct from that lot?
That's a big thing. No, I don't remember. If anyone can correct us.
I don't know about directly.
Yeah.
I
Don't think it's one of those.
Stuart, I can't help not being your generation.
Exactly. I mean, like I say, he's done. I mean, like people say, he was one of the most skillfulest players. The greatest player of Watford all time is obviously LB, but you know, one of the most gifted player, arguably, is probably Barnsley. But he's before our time. He's before most people's time. But I still think the most talented player we've had is Barnes.
Yeah.
So
I've seen the videos, but you can only go based on what you've seen over time.
yeah, I mean, unless you've
I'm
witnessed.
mid-90s, so I can only go by late 90s onwards.
Well, you're only 22, aren't you, Tom? So you know, it's
Well, I
way
wish.
before your time, mate.
I wish. But yeah,
So, I don't want to swear, but he says, yeah, I'll just say them. was still an absolute shithole back in the 80s. Horrible place to go. Even then, I've
It
been a
still
few
is.
times. It still is a shithole. I've been a
Always
few
will
times
be.
and all, and it's a shithole.
Even when
Scullion.
it's knocked down, it will still be a shithole.
Scullion's definitely up there. 100%. Roger Joslin's another one. Keith Eady. I mean, there's loads. I mean, no one's ever going to agree with the greatest player, but Scullion will definitely be probably be in my top 3 anyways. Then Callie's up there as well.
Luther would be up there, wouldn't he? 100%.
Oh, Luther is the greatest ever Watford player. Yeah, no, he is the greatest ever Watford player. But in terms of talent, Luther would still be up there. But I'd like Barnes or Scullion.
We sold Barnes to Liverpool, didn't we?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
And the rest
Exactly,
is history.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I mean, the obvious other ones are like Baisley, Drysdale, those sort of players. You know?
I remember Baisley when he played for Walsall.
Oh, what, Baisley, Darren? Yeah, player. Yeah.
But he's probably come to the end of his career.
Oh, yeah, he was. He's like in mid-30s.
Mooney's good.
Mooney's quality.
Mooney, I remember Mooney. I remember his goal at Anfield.
You're too young to remember the majesty of Ramage, mate. That's the problem, isn't it? It's just everyone.
Yeah, I was way before my time. Like,
that's the way it is, mate.
I wasn't even in the womb back then, so.
No. It's the way it is, mate. Barnes by a country mile, yeah. Troy.
Mm.
Yeah,
a legend, still a legend, but yeah. Scullion and Barnes and people like that, yeah, 110%. Yeah.
Alman Abdi has got to be
Abdi,
on this generation.
The Pozzo era, yeah.
Under this generation, Abdi would be up there.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It'd be most people's favourites, to be fair. Talent Barnes, Callie, a quality player. Callie goals, Luther, best keeper Coton, Horse Hesse. Oh, Hesse, fucking love Hesse. You know, absolutely brilliant. Hesse and Payne, loved them. Not the greatest thing, but I'd kill to have Hesse in that midfield now.
There's nothing better than watching them having an absolute sort of workhorse in the team.
Yeah, Hesse was like that. He was the only one probably who was consistently could be a Premier League player in terms of his overall fitness. He was immense. That lad, absolutely immense.
I like Sperami.
Oh, Valen Brahmi. I love Valen Brahmi. He was such what a player, Valen Brahmi. Yeah, Fessy. There's another one. Good shout from Dave.
Vidra.
Fessy. Paul Wilkinson. Yeah, Sergeant Wilco. Absolutely.
If you're going by pure quality on the ball, not necessarily end product,
Ashley Young.
I'm going to give you Diego Fabrini. Those first couple of cameos from Diego Fabrini.
Oh my god, Diego Fabrini. Oh
no, Rod Thomas.
Not by end product. Not
Rod
by
Thomas.
actually if it was good in the end.
He had the touch of a gorilla. No. It's your opinion.
Just no. Just no, Duncan. Absolutely not. But look. Right, let's go move forward onto enough of this history nonsense. This you banter people. Look, coming out of the Borough game, obviously going into the Scum game, form's out the window in this. I mean, it doesn't matter how badly. I like you to say, you're absolutely right, Tom. They'll be up for this. Who do we stick with and who do we twist with going into that game? Bearing in mind we've got 2 weeks. Dunk, what do you reckon, mate? I'll go straight to Tom after, just before we go.
All right, so I think with a rest, Sissoko will be all right. I think Cleverley did a really good job bringing him off today because he was not really with it. But we've seen there have been games where Sissoko has been an absolute rock in midfield. And I think he's warranted enough to be given that chance over, say, putting Kiembe in that position.
Yeah.
Instead of Bashiru, again, with that knee is a concern because he was very heavily strapped up. But he lasted 90 minutes. He didn't seem to be feeling any, at least, ill effects we could see. So I think you have to want to keep things settled. Chat for Tede is obvious.
Yeah.
Even though I don't rate his finishing, I think I go with Bio because I think you need the physicality of him up there rather than having Jefferson, who's better just trying to run a channel. I think you need a disruptor to actually make Luton uncomfortable, and that's where
Yeah.
Bio does actually do well in. It's the other side of the wing which is most open. Way, who do you choose? Ince for his work rate and experience. Do you choose Kiembe because that's where he's played quite a lot as a starter there, or do you go a little bit more left? Or do you go start Bar? I don't think I'd go too up top because we haven't played it this season.
No, don't change things for the sake of it.
No, so I'm keeping with the 3-4-2-1 shape.
Yeah.
Just because that's what we've been working for most of the season up to now. So I think I'd probably start Ince for the experience and work rate. I think we need someone who won't be bullied and will get settled into the game. So I'd probably go Chatwood Tadze, Bio, and Ince up front. I go Andrews and Sema. Because I think, again, you want more dependable options there. And again, you have the settled Sissoko Debashiru, because they are most experienced working together. Pollock, Bonner. And would you go Porteous or Morris, Tom?
I think I'll go Porteous, to be honest.
Yeah, I put Batman in goal.
I
Batman.
think Porteous just because he's a proper shithouse. He is an absolute shithouse. I saw him when he played for Hibs.
Yeah.
And he's got experience. He's played in big games.
He knows what the derbies mean. That Porteous will.
I mean, Sissoko will know what it means as well. He's played in the North London derbies, played in the Time Weird derbies for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Don't know about when he was in France, but I don't know nothing about French football apart from the fact he's shit. I can't disagree with most of that, to be honest. I think as much as I dislike Bayo, I think we do need someone in there who will. I think he can cause I think on the ball, no. I think he's probably a bit better off the ball than he is on it. 100%.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to keep the one up top, then probably him just on that basis. The Kiembe one is the tough one because he's been really good as well. And I don't think he gets bullied much.
No, and he saved the game today, didn't he? With a really good strike.
Yeah, it did help.
Yeah,
those substitutions definitely
him
work.
or Rince, though. It's a tough.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you play loser in any of them?
No.
Anyone? I don't know.
I'd rather play Kiembe in the centre than loser.
Yeah.
On the evidence of Preston.
It's just a question because if we need any creativity.
I'd
got Dave.
Yeah, I'd play loser further forward in a less demanding role than central midfield.
No, it's just a question.
No, it's a good question, mate. I'd put playing further forward in more of a 10 role than central. If we're going to have a central player to take out, which I wouldn't, I would put Kiembe in for one of the other two, but I wouldn't actually put him in for one of the other two because, like Duncan said, they are settled. Go on, mate, because I've got to shoot.
Kiembe or Rince, that's the tough one.
Yeah.
I think I go Ince. I'd rather have a natural winger there.
But did he even play? I thought he played through the middle today, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, he did. He played. He's at the formation set is with two number 10s behind the striker, but they can act as different. Yeah, they can alternate as like wingers, forwards, depending on how we're attacking.
All right, maybe I'll put Ince in there then. Definitely Porteous ahead of Morris. I do like Morris. I just think Porteous is more physical. I think he's less likely to be bullied by their front players. Same back three as today. Sissoko and Delhi in the middle. I don't think Andrews had his best game today. I wouldn't say he was poor. I just don't think he was great. But he's had experience of this fixture. So maybe I might just go with him. And Sema for the experience. We need a lot of experience in this team, in that match. 100%. I don't care on the age. We need the experience. combined with a bit of pace and physicality.
Absolutely, mate.
It would be too similar to today, really. Maybe except for maybe swap Jemison for Bayer. That'll probably be it.
Cool. Right. Okay, boys and girls, we're off. We'll see you tomorrow. Big shout out Gary Porter. Someone says Helgeson and Nielsen. Thorpe, have a great weekend, all Watford fans. Cheers, Thorpe. Halsey said Porteous could get wound up and do something daft versus Luton. Yeah, but
he could wind them up.
True. Right, okay, guys, we're going to go. Like I say, massive shout out to you guys. Big thank you, as always, to Major Tom and Sir Dunk. We'll see you tomorrow, TMA Sunday Night Live, where you choose the topics. We will discuss them. So what I'll do is in the morning, I'll put out the call to arms, so you can give us your topics, and we'll shout them out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. So, right, we'll see you soon, boys and girls. So, boys, anything before we go?
Luton get battered everywhere they go. Luton get battered everywhere they go. Shit on Luton. Good night.